Hi everyone, and welcome back to Pass FE Exam with Sol. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic. It's a theoretical topic, and it's ethics and professional practice. We would expect 4 to 6 questions in that section. I summarize that section theoretically as per the following. First thing to know that engineering is a profession rather than an occupation. So a profession for autonomy. So it's an independence profession. It's an independence in taking decision and acting in your own. Also, we need to know that engineering is type of a profession regulated with ethical standard. The expertise possessed by engineers is very important for the society welfare. The experience you have as an engineer is very important for the society welfare. It's also mandatory that engineers is guided by ethical principles. Ethical principles is embodied in Code of Ethics. Code of Ethics is adopted by State Board of Registration, professional engineering societies, and even by some private industries. An example of such codes is NC's Rule of Professional Conduct in section 240 of Model Rule. The engineer is responsible in knowing and abiding by the code as part of his responsibility to the public. The three major sections of the Model Rule is licensee's obligation to the public, licensee's obligation to employer and the client, licensee's obligation to other licensees. We are going through the obligation of licensees to the public, employers, customers, and the other licensees. The licensee foremost responsibility is to safeguard the safety, health, and welfare of the public, while performing their services to employer and the clients. Some definitions. Cognizant is to be aware of something. Overruled, your decision is rejected or stopped by higher authority. Pertinent, something related or relevant to the situation or topic. Jurisdiction, who have the right to be in charge. Solicit, a favor for someone. Gratuities, tips or gifts. Exaggerating, makes something look bigger. Maliciously, doing something in purpose to hurt someone else. Promulgated, announced or declared. Propertyship, a business owned by a sole person. Pursuant, in accordance with. Exempted, excused from a license requirement. Contingent means something dependent on something else happening. Intellectual property is very important topic. Intellectual property, it's anything created by someone, mind, and legally protected from being used or copied without someone's permission. And there are 4 different various options to protect the intellectual property from being misused from others. And how what is that? Patents, copyrights, trademarks, and trade secrets. If we go handbook page 12, we will see the intellectual property and every way of protection is clearly described in the handbook. So for example, patents is defining each type of patents. We have three type of patents: utility patents, design patents, and plant patents, and everyone go through it. So for example, if you have a question in the exam, you understand which type of patent is required to protect the intellectual property. So it's every one of them is a way for protecting the intellectual property. If you find this video helpful, please hit like and subscribe for more videos. Have a very good one, everyone.